So it is the 2nd of March and I'm just about to hop onto my second networking call. I really should have done more, but here we are. So it is with a tech associate and today I did a lot of work in reaching out. Okay, so basically long story, right? I reread the email that HR gave us. It basically said that we were meant to reach out to, like, I think the word it uses to reach out to all the contacts, right? But I don't know if we're meant to take that like literally, because for example I was given like 44 contacts, so I wasn't too sure if I was meant to reach out to all of them. Yeah, I basically just sent a ton more out. Like I probably did about maybe 30 odd today, so quite a lot, and I've heard back from 7 more, so I have about a total of 10 booked. I'll show you my calendar afterwards. Tomorrow I think I have about like 6 or so. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hectic tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just going to look over some notes for this meeting because, you know, I'm not too sure what it's going to be like, because obviously some people have had like quite, well, I know one person who's had quite a quote-unquote technical one where they were asked a lot of questions about the team and like just sort of testing their knowledge and, you know, I guess evidence behind your interest, right? So I'm just gonna do some prep just in case, but I don't think it will be, because my last one was super chill. Like really didn't ask me any questions, really it's just more about me finding out about them. Yeah, I'm really excited to speak to this person. I'm following the same sort of like template of sending things out, and then the same sort of like process of, okay, you have the date, get a Zoom invite, attach it to a Outlook invite, which I recently learned how to do. And then I'm so para about like missing like bookings. Apart from my Outlook calendar, it is also in my Google calendar and it's also in my OneNote like spreadsheet that I use on a daily basis. So I've got it everywhere. I've got like reminders set for 30, 20 and 10 minutes prior, because I think the worst thing I could do is to be late or to like miss it, especially since I'm hosting the meeting. I think it would be good to look back at this in hindsight and to know if I had to reach out to all of them, because, you know, the only concern is, one, like we were given things on our list that we didn't necessarily put on our top priority. Like, you know, there's some teams that I just wasn't interested in at all, but I was still given, and like, so, you know, by them saying we're meant to reach out to all of them, it would mean reaching out to those teams as well. So I'm a little bit cautious about that, because I wouldn't want to like waste, you know, these analysts' time just like calling them being like, oh, tell me about your team, like when I'm not like genuinely interested. Like obviously, you know, I can find them interesting and it'll be good to hear about their experiences, but you know, I think they're busy enough as it is to like not get an analyst who isn't even, not get an intern, sorry, who isn't even like too sure about their team. I've spoken to a lot of people though, and like no one's reaching out to everyone, which makes sense. So I've just sort of like, I'm doing at least one from every team, because I think, you know, that's fair, and then I'm doing multiple for the teams I'm really interested in. I think for tech I'm going to aim to, but probably for my top 3 I'm going to try to speak to all of them, just because I'm like, if we're meant to speak to all, let me just try and speak to as many as possible. But I still don't know if we're meant to take that literally. So this is what the calendar looks like for the next 3 days. I'm gonna scroll out the names obviously. Yeah, it's quite packed. Wednesday is basically a networking day evidently. This is what the Zoom is looking like. Okay, so just had the call with the tech guy. He was so nice, like so nice. Like, wow, I really want to work in tech, like really want to work in tech on my days. And he just like spilled all the tea, gave such good insights, and it was so funny. I want to work in tech. But yeah, networking session 2 out of X at this point, 2 out of potentially 40. Hey guys, so it is the 3rd of March, so I have a quite intense networking day. 7 networking calls today, and I've already had one. So I had a phone call today with someone from the UK Diversified Industrials team, and it was really interesting, gave lots of insights, and yeah, it's looking like quite an interesting team. I kind of like sort of mentioned some things about sustainability that's happening in that space, and just sort of the deal flow, and also the exposure to like technical modeling and everything like that. So that's looking good. I have one in about 15 minutes with someone from real estate. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a long day, but it should be an interesting day as well. So yeah.
He listed out like 30 points he wanted me to cover, and it was like a Friday.
Ooh.
I quit. I quit.
Okay guys, so it is same day, 3rd of March, but it is now 3:20. I have a call at 3:30 with someone from natural resources. So basically I've got like a back-to-back little sprint. So I have grown up very exposed to the oil and gas industry and all of that.
Dirty commodities to more greener forms of fuel and, you know, the greener commodities and the commodities that are going to help, facilitate the greener world, like copper, like cobalt, like nickel, like rare earth.
One of them had to reschedule, and I think she's gonna call me later after this one. So yeah, it's going good so far, really interesting. I think I'm definitely still leaning to tech, but I was really interested in a real estate person, and right now I've got a call with the MER natural resources, so hopefully that'll be interesting as well, because they have a separate team that has the focuses on renewables. So I am hoping that I'm interested in that, and then that might top real estate as my second choice. But yeah, let's see how it goes. We were given that natural resources actually splits in the MER team. It seems to appear that there's a sub team for like the different focuses. So I just wanted to confirm that that you can sort of specialize into either, I think it's mining or power and renewables, and if so, which one are you sort of focused on?
Basically, you don't specialize, you work across the 3 verticals.
We are going into our final networking session of the evening. It is about 8:30, and I'm about to speak to someone from the UK Diversified Industrials team. So yeah, let's get it. It is now about 1 p.m. I think it's like 5 minutes to, and I have another call with someone from tech. So unfortunately, the last person from the financial institutions group didn't actually show up, so I just sent an email looking to reschedule. But honestly, if they're busy, like, it's fine. I don't think they're up there on my list anyway. Obviously, the deals you're working on are things that are very relevant to sort of our daily lives, and especially like the 21st century. Like, for example, I know that with Adyen, they recently acquired, I think maybe a few months ago, like late last year, they acquired the company QTAP. And, obviously in this time when like we're doing with COVID and everything, QTAP has been used in a lot of restaurants that I was going to for being able to order without a waiter. So I think it's very interesting that, you could be working on a deal that then you go to a restaurant and it's the result of what you're working on.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so it is about 6 p.m. on the 4th of March. So after my tech call, I had a call with someone from real estate, which was really interesting. I am thinking of real estate as my second choice actually. Didn't see that coming, but yeah. And then I was meant to have a call at 5 p.m. with someone from UK TMT, but then they cancelled. So now I have another one with someone else from UK TMT at 6. Okay, you interned in EMEA, but did you get a chance to do any modelling during your internship? Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick review of my 2 days of Blitz networking. It's been really, really interesting to hear from everyone. Like, at first I was thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm speaking to like so many people. Yeah, I'm really glad that I did. It's just because everyone's gonna have like a little, different things to say. Like, everyone has a very individual experience. So, it's just good to, you get a good average when you speak to as many people as possible. But yeah, I think I'm sort of probably still leaning to MER tech, and then possibly real estate. Third one, possibly UK Diversified Industrials or UK TMT. So the tech one is just because, well, it's what I'm most interested in. Like, honestly, without a shadow of a doubt, it is what I'm really interested in. And I did start off by saying that the MER natural resources might be my second choice, but I found out that you, as an analyst, you wouldn't be able to sort of niche down into renewables. So I think the team's called Power and Renewables, and you wouldn't be able to niche down into that. Yeah, that was sort of like the only reason I put it as number 2. So it's a no from me. And the reason I looking into real estate is because it's just a really small team, and I got like really good vibes from I know it's such like a fluffy thing to say, just really good vibes, but I sort of liked the real estate team's energy. And I think it being such a lean team and whatnot, I think I would get really good career development, really good exposure and everything like that. They sort of explained to me about how you get a very broad range of skill sets from real estate, because, for example, like, I think the modeling that they do in some cases wouldn't actually be done in other teams, just because like they're dealing with, I think, assets, if I can understand it correctly. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is definitely the people. Yeah, so I think that would be number 2. And then UK Diversified Industrials, because they were so lovely, so nice. Like, they were the only team to reach out to me. From what I understand, I think it's meant to be a mutual reaching out, but no other team did that. So I really appreciate UK D&I for doing so, and like, honestly, they were just like super lovely, like really, really nice. And so they're third, but then also UK TMT is also a small team, and then it's close to tech that I, actually want. So yeah, I'm thinking that's sort of top 3 or 4 vibes. I do still have one for tomorrow, but I don't think he emailed back to confirm. So that would be for UK consumer retail, but honestly, like, I'm not too fast. I'm really not too fast. And there were 2 people, so one person didn't show up today, which is fine, but I shot them an email and I've not heard back. And then one person like replied to say that they couldn't actually make it again, so we were rescheduling. But I'm not gonna lie, I do think I have spoken to someone from every team apart from healthcare and consumer retail, but those were 2 teams that I wasn't interested in at all, so that's perfectly fine. But I've spoken to someone from every single other team. But yeah, all in all, I think the remote networking experience has been really, really good. And yeah, I think at the very least it's just been great to like chat to everyone. So yeah, looking forward to ranking and looking forward to not having about a million calls every day. It is the 9th of March, the following Tuesday. I think the last time I filmed was Friday. So the following Tuesday, and I just got off a call with someone from the EMEA FIG team, but the UK sub team in that team. Actually really, really good. I think I really liked her energy and she's super friendly. She sort of shared more insights on their like basically their MD structure, in the sense that she's saying how the MDs are quite like, they're not very big on FaceTime. Like honestly, like if they trust you, they're like, it's fine if you're not there, like you've clearly done everything that you need to do. And I think that's really important in a team as well. So yeah, she sort of brought that across in a way that I don't think, more emails, but yeah, she sort of brought that across in a way that I don't think other teams sort of conveyed that. So I'm thinking as of that meeting now, it's still sort of between tech, real estate and EMEA FIG going into the UK team, because I don't think they accept, like for example, I don't speak any other language apart from English, so I think I'd be automatically in the UK team, which is fine. Tech is still leading and I have meetings with 2 more tech people today. I will have spoken to 5 out of 6 of the tech people that I was given on my list. So I think that's good going. I don't know, I just want to get into tech, so. But I think after speaking to everyone, like I'm way less stressed about getting into like my top team, because they all seem really good. Like tech is definitely up there for interest, but in terms of like other aspects such as like personality and like relating with people in your team, I'd be super happy in real estate, I'd be super happy EMEA FIG, I'd be super happy in UKDI. Yeah, I think this whole process has just sort of made it like more chill, if that makes sense. So yeah. We're just about to go into my final networking session. How are you doing?
Very good.
Okay, so let's do a little debrief from what I think it's been 2 weeks of networking. I think it's really important because honestly you can have like the teams that you wanna intern at, but without networking, you know, you might not find out that there's literally other teams that you'll probably be more interested in, like or the networking experience in general. Like I mean, it's not every day that you get to speak to investment bankers and like associates and all that stuff. Like I mean, when you're like trying to get into banking, like reaching out to people and them just like not replying, it's a nice change to get people who do reply. So yeah, it took like a ton of notes, just speaking to a bunch of people. But yeah, no, it's been really good, and I think as a whole I'm just really excited for the internship because, you know, apart from like, you know, networking with them or whatever, like I think just learning about what they do day to day has been really good to get me excited for the internship and excited for a career in investment banking. So yeah, we are super excited. And yeah, they were all just saying like honestly to just chill about the internship because, you know, once you're in, there is space for you. But yeah, it's just all about doing like a good job and, you know, having a good fit with the team, and then you basically are set for conversion. So yeah.